Hey guys, it's Average Audiophile here. I just wanted to clarify on one thing before we get started. There are two people involved with this channel. There's Omar, who did the review of the Knox in-ear monitors the other day, and there's me, Lou, who does on-ear reviews and over-ear reviews. Mid to high range, we focus on people with a budget, so we don't get over the top $500 pair of headphones. The most expensive one that we have is $150, so look forward to those. So these are the IFrogz Vertex. They retail for $49.99, but they can be had for as little as $30. I got mine at Walmart for $40, and I'm not disappointed by paying that much by any means. They have a mostly metal construction with 40 millimeter drivers and a 32 ohm impedance, which means that they can easily be driven by an iPod or an iPod Touch or an iPhone or a Zune or anything, any media player of your choice. And for paying $40, I am well impressed by the build quality of these. They don't feel cheap. They're very comfortable. They squeeze on your head a tiny bit, but they can easily be stretched out by putting them around a box of chips or something, or crackers. And that's what I did, and I stretched another pair out very easily like that. They're very comfortable, and the build quality is stellar. I'm not disappointed at all. Now, I initially bought these headphones to review, but I figure I'll kill two birds with one stone and give them to my sister tomorrow for Christmas. As funny as it may seem, I am serious about this review. I was excited to get these headphones, and for $40, the sound quality is stellar. I wasn't expecting much. I was actually expecting them to be on the lower end of the quality spectrum with sound. However, the sound quality is stellar. The only thing that I have to note beforehand is the bass is a bit overpowering, but once you put it on an equalizer, it sounds great. The highs are very sharp and consistent. The mids were only a little bit recessed, and they bleed into the highs a tiny bit, but the soundstage was fantastic. And again, if you put it on an equalizer, everything sounds magnificent for this price range. And soundstage was great. Instrument separation was surprisingly well tuned for this type of headphone. I'm not a fan of on-ears, but these do the job quite well. And although the bass was very heavy, I'm not a bass head by any means. I like my bass to be well tuned with everything else and very subtle. Each note was very well defined, and you could pick out each note, and it flowed really well. Each bass line sounded great, even though the bass was slightly overpowering. They did do a good job with the instrument separation, and the guitars and bass and drums and saxophones and violins all sound wonderful, even though the mids are just a tiny bit recessed. Now, for the rating system, the build quality was solid, so I'd give that a 10 out of 10. They were fairly comfortable. The only thing is that they squeaked, so that's one thing to note if you're going to be listening. If you share a room with somebody, you might want to note that. But the sound quality was stellar. Best I've heard in this price range. I haven't listened to the $50 Sonys. I don't know the actual name of them. I haven't listened to those, but I heard those are fantastic as well. But for as cheap as you can get these, they're definitely worth the price. And if you're looking for a moderately cheap, high quality, good buy on headphones, I definitely recommend these. Definitely worth the $40. I know my sister's gonna love them, and I hope you do too. I also hope you enjoyed this review. This is my first video, so hopefully I'll be improving as they come. So thank you.